Hey guys, it's Kelsey here, and today I'm going to share with you part 2 of my 4th of July mini album that I made out of the new Heidi Swapp Project Life cards. So, I decided to go with 4th of July because it was somewhat recent, and also because I thought the fireworks pictures really went along with the glitter and the foil and some of the summery, beachy stuff that I had on my desk, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting here, so I apologize. But I just pulled out some of my new stuff that I had gotten that was, like I said, it's from the Ocean Melody collection, but it was a very summery, beachy feel. And since we're in Missouri and we don't, go to the beach, this worked out really well for me because this was like a summer lake activity, that we did because our fireworks are over the lake. So, anyway, one problem that I had was I had to cut my pictures down really, really small. And I kind of mentioned this in my last video when I showed you guys how I made the album, was that I didn't completely think about how I was going to do the album before I put it all together. So one thing that I definitely would have done is I would have chosen one of my 4x6 cards to not have any words on it, because that kind of messed with me. And obviously I probably wouldn't have chosen a 4x6 photo to print. I would have tried to do something a little bit different. But, that was my own mistakes. I just kind of winged this album. So I kind of found the idea on Heidi Swapp's blog. Somebody had made a card, and I decided to add a few things to it and turn it into a mini album. And I'll include the link below in case you missed the first video of how I put it all together. I will include that. So, most of the embellishments that I use are either I did use the Ocean Melody collection, and you saw me use a Chamel word sticker there, but mostly I tried to stick with the glitter and the foil embellishment packs that came in the value kits. And I really love that Becky Higgins has kind of jumped on board with the value kits, and there's embellishments in those. For a long time, I know that she's always been very plain and simple in her project life, and that's like the whole concept behind it, is just to scrapbook and get the stories and the photos in the pockets. But I think so many of us love to decorate our project life that the embellishment kits just seem like a natural thing to add, and I'm so glad that she's embraced it. And I love that the Heidi Swapp value kits had embellishments, and there's new kits on HSN and they have embellishment kits. So I'm just super pumped because everything is going to coordinate, and I really love that. So anyway, I'm going to use some of these rub-ons from Crate Paper, I think. Let me see. Yeah, they're from Crate Paper. They're from the Notes and Things collection. And the first one, it stuck to the paper. Like, I'm trying to explain it. I don't know. The first one didn't work. And I was kind of bummed. But the other ones, I haven't had any other problems with the rub-ons in that pack. So maybe it was just the way it kind of got cut, or it just kind of stuck funny. So anyway, so I'm going to put those little gold triangles, and I kind of use them as photo corners. They don't look quite right, so I kind of wish I wouldn't have done that. But I just really wanted to use the little gold triangles. And I did pick my best firework photo and put it on that highlight page because I really liked that it said highlight and it was covered in glitter. It just seemed to go very well with the fireworks theme. And I felt really lucky that I got a couple of good photos of fireworks. I mean, they weren't super great, but it's so hard to take a photo of fireworks, and I was actually able to take that with my iPhone, which is just a 4S, so it's a couple models old now. And I was just really grateful that I could even take a photo of fireworks. So, obviously that had to be document it then. So, yeah, I'm just kind of seeing what I want where, and like I said, I kind of realized afterwards that I just didn't have as much flexibility with this mini album as I wanted to, but I did really like, you know, I like the idea of it. I think next time I would choose a mini album that maybe had more journaling instead of photos and embellishments. So, anyway, I love those vellum frames, I guess you would call them. Those are from the Ocean Melody collection. I just think they're so pretty. I love vellum, and I just like the summer beach colors. So I'm definitely going to have to pull out some old photos of us at the beach because I just really love this collection, even though we haven't gone to the beach in a couple years. So the only bad thing about vellum is if you don't want to staple it, it's hard to adhere it, but I just use a dot runner, and even though you can kind of see it, I just try not to let it bother me, because at this point I couldn't stitch it on there because everything was already glued together. So I really like that fabulous sticker from Chamel, gold, you know, foil. It just worked with the theme, kind of. And then that little chipboard gold foil star, I'm just going to put on with some glossy accents, or going to try to anyway, because I thought that would work well on that glitter card. I was just worried about the types of adhesive that I was going to use, since it is glittery. I didn't know what would stick to it better. Sorry, I'm always messing with my glossy accents bottle. And I do apologize that this video took so long to get up here. Obviously, now it is October. It's way past the 4th of July. But it took me a long time to get this album. Like, once I found the album idea, I used pictures that were already a couple months old. And then, yeah, I didn't have time to upload it. So, anyway, I felt bad that most of my embellishments on this were, like, stickers or just a little bit of chipboard. So, I was kind of bummed about that. I did use a little bit of this spray mist. It was, I think it's just called Pink by Heidi Swapp, or maybe Pretty Pink, but it's got that little bit of shimmer to it, and it ends up getting mostly covered by the photo, but there's a little bit that sticks out. So I did like that, trying to keep with the pink, gold, and green color scheme. And then I've got that heart stamp from the Chamel collection, and the stamps in her collection are very like distressed looking. The triangles and the heart just have a little bit of distress to them, so I like that. I think it's really cute, but you just want to make sure that you know that it's supposed to be imperfect, because otherwise it'll drive you nuts. And then this is kind of what turned into the front of the album. Like I said in the last video, it doesn't really have a definite front and back, because it's just kind of an album. I mean, it doesn't have covers, I should say. It has a front and a back, but it doesn't have covers. So, and then I went through my stash and I was just trying to find what I wanted to, what letter stickers I wanted to use. And I thought the gold on gold would be kind of too much. So, I went with these blue glittery ones. I'm not 100% sure I love this. I don't know. I kind of wish I had done something different with the front, or just something different. But I saw afterwards that basically it says Happy 4th of July because that happy's up above. So anyway, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna do some journaling there, but I'll get to that later. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.